Okay, one moment, folks. As I get ready to start selling in, just need to take care of a little something. Just give one moment. But so yeah, folks, welcome, YouTubers. It's Natural Born Driller here. Welcome you all to Being the Asylum. This will be episode 241. And I'm about to bring in a panel here. So far it's gonna be just me, and we'll see how it's if anyone else might join, but I doubt that. But for now, here we are to True Jaybird.
What's up?
What is up?
Yeah. So, what we gonna talk about?
Well, it's gonna be you know mostly about AEW because
Oh,
and
who
also
cares about that one?
and wow, and also we'll talk about somebody else as well when it comes to you know things we'll discuss. Um, but because today is Sunday, so yeah, it's officially Sunday because we um just went to Saturday now. Now I don't know what happened on Collision. To be honest with you, I really don't give a shit what happened on Collision. But when it comes to Collision, I'm assuming a certain former uh WWE star who recently got released is officially in AEW and made that debut on I believe on Collision. I could be wrong, but I haven't really checked fully of it, but
Oh my God, guys! It's Karrion Cross. He's all elite. Oh boy.
yeah, obviously not. But and speaking of Karen Cross, by the way, Killer Cross, um, as I mentioned before, with Scarlet Bordeaux, the whole Killer Smoke show they did. Um, don't know what happened with that whole thing. Haven't really looked up on it to see how that went down. But Killer Cross, you I saw some reports that he's going to be at Define Wrestling. Basically, he's going to be
What?
yeah,
You
basically
say
yeah,
he's gonna mean Defiant Wrestling? You said?
yeah. Basically, he's going to be going everywhere. Basically, that's basically what he's going to be doing.
Oh, okay. So kind of like Matt Cardona.
Yeah, kind of like Cardona.
All right.
So let me just check something here when it comes to this person. Okay, it was since last week, I think it was. Yeah, it was since last week. But let me double check though, just to see. Okay, so taping. Okay, uh, so yeah, we're gonna dive into to some debuts for AEW,
Okay.
and the one thing I want to get out of the way first. Well, I'll get her out of the way first. Isla Dawn.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw that. Yeah, that she debuted in Collision.
That's right. She made her debut, but it was during the taping for Collision, and losing effort, her first match, and she loses to Megan Bang, which is no shame of losing to Megan Bang because of how she's being presented. But then again, um, because of Megan Bang's situation,
Yeah.
they pushed her too soon to the title picture, and she lost to Tyler Storm, and now she's in the back burner with Penelope Ford as a tag team on Collision, and pretty soon, which it's been someone kind of talks about this, it's somewhere um on the shelf there that needs to be dusted off, but there will be eventually women's tag team championships for AEW.
Oh boy.
That's right. So yeah, like that's not making any difference.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, so yeah, so Isla Dawn after being released and she's in AEW and in a race she in a losing um predicament already.
She lost her debut match.
She lost her debut match.
Wow. Who did she face again?
Megan Bain,
Oh.
or Cornette would say Megan Brain.
Well.
But speaking of another debut for AEW,
Yep.
former teenage star Ace Austin.
Yep.
And then I heard with his debut, obviously he was impressive in his match, but he also lost his debut match.
He lost his debut match too.
Yes, he lost his debut match, and to of all people they haven't lose to. Now here's the thing: I do not agree with him losing. For someone who they just signed from TNA.
Yeah.
But of all people who he lost to, I couldn't believe it when I saw it.
Who he lose to?
He lost to, everybody down was for Ricochet.
Oh wow. Wow.
I saw that like, are you fucking kidding me?
Why even set up that match for like his debut match? You could have had him face anyone else, you know? That's kind of weird that, two debuting AEW wrestlers, now debuting in AEW are losing their matches. Kind of like with Jay Lethal, he lost his debut match in AEW. And look what happened to him.
And
So
also
yeah, that's not
look what happened with Josh Alexander.
Oh god, don't remind me. It's still pissing me off what they're doing with him.
Yeah, pretty soon we're gonna
I
see
don't know why they're doing that with.
pretty soon we're gonna have A Austin, be in Ring of Honor. Job is coming there too.
That, or I was gonna say join the Don Callis family. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's just as bad. By the way, have you noticed that AEW has been uploading Ring of Honor clips in their YouTube channel?
Not really.
Yeah, I've been noticing that they've been actually uploading like Ring of Honor clips in their AEW channel, which is weird because they have the
I
Ring
don't
of
know
Honor
it's
YouTube channel.
their own channel.
Yeah, that's why I didn't get it either. I'm like, why are they uploading Ring of Honor stuff when you can do that in the Ring of Honor channel?
Well, it's simple because it's not Ring of Honor; it's AEW Ring of Honor.
True. Yeah, I guess since probably AEW has a lot more subscribers and viewers, they probably think it's gonna help it up. They think it's probably gonna help out the AEW. I mean, Ring of Honor clips. So I don't know.
God dang. But another one is now I got that way and fuck Ricochet, fucking terrible. And about more later. We'll get to him more later. We're not done. I'm not done burying him yet.
Oh, I think he was talking about from Dynamite.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I know you're talking about.
I'm gonna talk about that, and we're gonna talk about how do we get to Forbidden Door with the build up they did. And
Okay.
and be honest with you, I am not have not been excited how they build it up.
Yeah, I haven't really been following the build really. Besides Hangman and MJF really. That's really the only thing I've been catching up with.
That one is fine until they did what they did, which we'll talk more on that later.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, another thing I want to mention, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho Hog, Chris Jericho Trash, Chris Jericho.
In the learning tree.
Yeah, Chris Jericho Tree.
Chris Jericho Tree. Yeah, I've heard this. Yeah, apparently, he might be leaving AEW and coming to WWE soon.
Mm-hmm.
And especially because it's funny because like when the rumors was coming out, WWE in one of their channels actually they uploaded the John Cena versus Chris Jericho match on Raw where he got fired.
Yeah.
And I was like, how ironic that this comes out during this time. Like, how ironic with the whole Chris Jericho rumors.
Yeah. How that works.
Yeah. So
it could just be WWE being petty, saying, "Oh yeah, he could come back here. Yeah, that's what we're throwing this."
that too. That could be the case too. But yeah, I mean, we haven't seen Chris Jericho in a while. I mean, I don't remember the last time we seen him.
Yeah, but y'all real good. I don't really give a shit.
Well, I know you don't. I know you don't. Good riddance.
but if anyone's wondering on why he's been gone for that long, because he was doing some stuff with Fozzy and the other things that again I
That
really
makes sense.
what he does too.
Of course. Okay, we get it, Robert. You hate him. Move on.
But yeah, and what goes to those sort of rumors that he might be going back to WWE, because I don't know what his contract status is or AEW. If anything, if his contract is about to be up now, I don't remember if he signed like an extension, at the time, when he was offered at first, kind of with the elite as well, but
Yeah.
but I don't know, but they said that his contract is could be due and all that, but and if he don't show up with the WWE and all that, and well, it's not because Triple H. Let me just say one thing. It's not because Triple H wants him back. It's gonna be more a business. What can I say? Nick Khan, or those that are in favor of Chris Jericho, because
yeah, definitely.
let's face it, triple ego, triple trash, triple bitch.
Wow.
Doesn't don't give a shit about Jericho.
Well, I mean, you never know. I mean, if he was able to make amends with CM Punk, I mean, you never know.
I mean, yeah. And then we'll see an unreal of Jericho. Those two boring heads whenever we're getting along again, and then it comes to kissing his ass, to Jericho, saying that you deserve to be the champion, blah blah blah, like Punk, you deserve your main eventer, did like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Sure, Triple H. Sure. No, you still salty. Wow.
Oh man. I'm going to talk a little bit about Triple H too. Nothing negative. I'll get, but back to Jericho here. If he does go back to WWE, to be honest with you, I really don't care to see him anymore.
I mean, for me, like,
and I'm not talking about what comes to hating him. I'm just saying that there's no other than what, the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, besides the Hall of Fame and maybe like a Royal Rumble entry. Yeah. Besides that, yeah, I'm not really interested. Like, unless like maybe like one more match at WrestleMania, which well, I mean, I don't know who you would face, but besides that, yeah, there's not really much you really should do with Jericho, really.
No.
So
I mean, what else can you do with Jericho in WWE? Have him perform with Fozzy,
I guess maybe. You know what? Yeah, maybe he could have his own cruise ship shows, in WWE.
Yeah, that's nothing to do. He can do some continue to do that stuff that he does all the time. Outside of the company. So
yeah, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I'll tell you this: I'd rather take Chris Jericho coming back over Alberto Del Rio. So
yeah, fans are weird about way.
Yeah, I don't understand why fans want him back of all people.
And this is what people. It's what the fan. And I'm talking about fans. From Triple A. This is what the fans are for booing Vikingo for. Alberto Del dipshit.
Yeah, because at first I thought it was just like the Roman Reigns. Like people thought he was boring. I thought that's what. I thought that's why he was getting booed. I mean, it's probably part of it, but but to hear that it's mainly because of the Alberto Del Rio things, like really.
Well, that's WWE's fault, by the way. They the one who had Vikingo beat Del Rio for it for the belt. Just
Well,
because
I mean,
their worst collide that they didn't want to have nothing to do with Del dipshit on there.
I mean, can you blame him? I mean, all the controversies he's had, I don't blame him.
I don't blame him, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, so.
But speaking of, because I forgot to mention it, but after we was done talking about Triple Mania from the last time we did BTA, was that then on the same show they announced they're gonna do another Worlds Collide, and it's gonna be in Las Vegas.
This is Worlds Collide or Double or Nothing. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Since it's gonna be in Las Vegas, we can have the Fiend. I think so. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah, it could be the Spanish version of it.
Oh boy.
And so far, the only match we know so far, which it has been announced since Raw, was El Hijo del Vikingo defending his Triple A Mega Championship against Dominic Mysterio. Excuse me.
Yep, that's gonna be a match. Most likely, a main event match. I wonder if Vikingo is gonna have a different reaction in Las Vegas. So,
well, it depends. We will prepare with have some fans from Triple A as well. Be there.
We want Rio Del Rio. No, we don't.
If they'll get caught by any of the all the officers when them trying to cross the border to get to Las Vegas.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
By the way, JBL will take care of them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. Just call JBL and he'll handle everything.
I hope JBL is on commentary again. For the show.
Yeah, I can see him in commentary because I thought he was pretty good. I wasn't expecting him to be on Triple Mania, but I thought it was cool that he had him.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that at all, but it was something special there. With JBL on commentary. Now, AC make fun of the Mexicans,
Well, you can't do that nowadays. in this day and age, bro, especially what's going on with ICE, yeah, it's probably not a good time to do that. You know, I guarantee you probably he would want to, he would love to, but different time period, bro. This ain't 2004.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
but I want to get back now. But yeah, again, what comes to so it's gonna be September 12th, 2025, or on a Friday, by the way, which is it's our place to be doing the show. But it's gonna be happening on there. For next Worlds Collide.
All right.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be streaming on YouTube. So.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I want to talk about Triple H now. And all folks not negative, because I'm pretty sure you know about this. It was during the time when he was in Greek or somewhere overseas, on vacation, on that one event that he chose not to be part of when it comes to SmackDown, which was last week, by the way.
Yeah,
because Road Dogg was involved on the show. I mean he's always been involved either way, but
he was in charge.
But that it matters, because SmackDown's still abysmal sometimes.
Those are.
Especially we got Bruce Pritchard as well.
I love you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was bullying Coach Park as he as their in great position.
Yep.
But also say Triple H was definitely there was somewhere I think on the beach whatever or somewhere there obviously Triple H shirtless and Stephanie
Mm-hmm.
I think in her bikini whatever and yeah and this picture's floating around and people were looking at basically was making this as news because Triple H's physique as of now. You
He's
know,
fat. Oh,
basically, he's rocking the dad bod in a way.
yeah.
I'm seeing this. I'm like, who gives a fuck? Like, what?
Yeah,
Why I give a shit what he looks like right now? Because he hasn't. Because he's not wrestling anymore.
yeah, exactly. He doesn't wrestle anymore. You know? And
Like,
plus, now he has a pacemaker in his heart, so I'm sure
yeah,
he can't really go that hard in the gym like that.
no, he can't. Obviously.
Yeah,
And like,
so
I'm seeing this. I'm like, this. It doesn't look that bad. Like, I know it's a dad bod and all he's got. But it's not. It ain't the worst dad bod I've seen. I've seen worse dad bods than that. And people were
yeah.
making I don't know if they were like joking on him or whatever and all that and making fun of him or whatever.
I,
But
I'm sure some people are making memes about it.
yeah, I haven't seen that
I'm
yet.
sure they will.
Well, I'm pretty but it wouldn't surprise me. There weren't memes out there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying he looks all shaped like. And again, what do you expect? He's not wrestling anymore. He can't wrestle anymore. He can't do things that he can't do anymore because he got a pacemaker.
Yeah, and he's getting older too. So
He's getting older too. Now, I'm
yeah,
not saying he doesn't work out. No, though
yeah,
I'm sure when he works out, he doesn't work out, like he used to anymore.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not like the Triple H of old, like back in 2000s when he was really buff. You know,
Vince, nowadays.
yeah. Oh boy.
I'm surprised, that with him working so hard, he hasn't croaked yet.
I'm the Mac Daddy. I croak when I want to. That is something you probably would say in the promo.
Yep. Well, people, ease up on them. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And it's come from a Triple hater.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's saying something.
Oh, but anyways, so now I'm gonna bring up how we got to AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Forbidden Door for 2025. What goes to the build up what they did here, and why there's not really that much excitement at all, other than maybe some matches that people might be excited for.
Yeah.
So let's start off first with, which by the way, remember I said last we did this was about 9 matches I think it was, or 8 matches.
Yeah.
Well, now it's 13 matches.
Oh my God.
Because of course, there is. Now,
Jesus, for 13 matches.
now, 4 are for the buy-in. So,
Okay.
that being said, that means we still got 9 matches on the main show, but still, Tony Khan couldn't help himself.
No, he couldn't. Yeah, he's got to add more matches. Just because.
Just because. And that's nothing too.
And,
Add more matches, for the the buy-in. And I can't remember exactly what's the time they're going to start, because again, they're going to, what comes from the door is they're going to be in London, England.
yeah.
So, I'm trying to remember exactly what time exactly it's starting again. All right, we go. 2 p.m. So I guess around maybe, because I'm assuming they're going to do a 2-hour show of a pre-show. I'm pretty sure they are.
Okay.
They were all in, by the way.
Mm.
But so basically that's the time that they're gonna start the actual show. It's around 2 p.m.
Okay.
So the 4 matches so far for the buy-in that they're doing, we got a 8-man tag team match. Yeah, because we haven't had enough of those already, right?
Oh man. Wow.
I'm surprised it's not for I don't know, $50,000 that Tony Khan loves to do.
Yeah. Yeah. You sure? Are you sure Teddy Long ain't booking these matches? Because I think there's multi-man tag team matches. Back in the
Oh,
day.
oh man. And
Jeez.
and by the way, the pre-show is nothing but tag team matches, by the way.
Wow.
But let's get the first one out of the way first. The 8-man tag team match will feature the Paragon, which is Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, as they team
Mm-hmm.
up with El Desperado and Yuya Uemura.
Okay.
And they'll be taking on the team of that they call Crew, which is Action Andretti
Mm-hmm.
and Leo Rush, team up with the Don Callis family of
Oh Lord.
Hitchiro and Josh Alexander.
Wow.
Wow, I'm really
That's
glad that Josh Alexander chose to be with AEW, because being a pre-show, man, holy shit. Let me tell you something. He's going somewhere in AEW.
honestly he should have went to NXT. He should have went to
Yeah,
NXT, bro. He
yeah,
could he could have reformed the North with Ethan
yes,
Page and became tag team champions, or at least be the bodyguard for Ethan Page. Since he's the North American champion. Something.
yeah, something like that. Yeah,
But now he's just part of Don Callis family being in pre-shows. Wow. What an upgrade for him, being the Impact World Champion. What an upgrade.
yeah, I know. Yeah,
Wow.
but I go with the babyfaces, by the way. I'm not really gonna talk much about the build when it comes to the pre-show. It's because it's the pre-show. Who gives a fuck? But the
Yeah, exactly.
babyfaces,
Yeah.
I'll go babyface win either way.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, it'll be Josh Alexander taking the pinfall.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
It reminds me of Jay. Like you mentioned before, like reminds me of Jay Lito. Coming from Ring of Honor, one of the greatest wrestlers in Ring of Honor, greatest television champion, and then one of the best world champion they ever had. Comes to AEW, becoming a bona fide jobber.
Yeah, pretty much. He's just another lackey for Don Callis family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now the only
Not
thing with
doing
Jay Lito,
anything.
he was allowed to cut promos. Josh Alexander, ever since he's been there, he hasn't cut not one promo.
No, he hasn't.
And if he did, I probably don't remember. Either that was, or maybe it was on Collision, which no one watches.
Yeah, I haven't really watched Collision like that either.
Yeah. All right. Then we get to it gets better, by the way. We went from the men's to a eight women tag team match,
Okay.
and it features the Triangle of Madness, which is the team of Julia Hart, Sky Blue, and Tekla. They team up,
Okay.
and also team up with Megan Bayne, with Penelope Ford at ringside, and they'll be taking on Holly Cameron, Chris Statlander, Queen Aminata, and Willow Nightingale.
My girl.
But I find this interesting in a way because Chris Statlander is trying to be buddy with Will Nightingale again and all that. But sometimes this could be like a ruse, and of all places, this could be a ruse is on the pre-show.
Wow.
Yeah, so whatever. But as far as who wins, I'll go with the heels here because Chris Statlander is gonna try to do the screw over on Will Nightingale.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll probably feud again.
Mm. And then we get to a trios match. So in a way, it's still a tag team match we're getting here.
Yep.
And it's Jet Speed, Kevin Knight, and Speedball Mike Bailey.
Speedball.
And they team up with Michael Oka or Oku.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an English wrestler by the way. Um, I think yeah, he wrestled in Ring of Honor. Last I saw. But they'll be taking. Oh God, they're gonna be taking on Gates of Agony and
Ricochet.
well, I would say Just Speed and Michael Oku, but nah. After what happened on on Dynamite, um,
Yeah.
they're probably gonna give it to Ricochet and Case of Agony.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah.
So there you go. Then we get a trios match for the AEW Trios World Championship.
Okay.
I'm gonna get more on depth about the ops here, who are the champions by the way. But
Yeah.
I'll get to when we get to the main cards, because it's gonna make sense of how I'm making sense of this, or why you know you know the way the AEW structured this whole thing, but the match that they should have been part of, and they're not part of it. But I'll make sense of it when we get to it. But the ops, which is Katsura Shibata, Shipupi,
Mm-hmm.
Powerhouse Hobbs, and Samoa Joe, as they would be taking on Bullet Club War Dogs, which is um, Clark Connors, Drilla Maloney, and Robbie X.
Okay.
I gotta look it
Let's
up.
see what else
I gotta look.
to
Yeah, I gotta look up who's Robbie X here.
say. Robbie E from TNA. Wow.
Oh wow, no. um, yeah, I never heard of this guy before. I guess he's a brand new member. Let me see. Let me Google him to see how he looks. Oh, because I'm curious. Robbie X. Robbie X is bald with a beard. He's British.
Okay.
um, he's 5'5", so basically he's a vanilla midget. Okay,
Oh boy.
and
I think that'd be nice.
and his physique is okay, nothing crazy.
All right.
But yeah, but he's part of Bullet Club War Dogs, and doesn't matter anyways because they're not winning.
No, they're not. Not the truth side.
No, but hey, good news. What comes to this, the pre-show, because at least it's not gonna be AJ Boone versus Evil. So there you go.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think one of us like made a joke about that. Like, mentioned that was the match.
Yeah,
That'd be the worst match ever made. We bring the boom.
and it's gonna be nothing but House of Torture shenanigans, which is the worst things has ever done, has ever been produced in pro wrestling history.
That'd probably be the only time I actually will want Big Boom AJ to actually win a match.
In fact, I kept on saying this, but they make your House of Torture, they make your Retribution look like their shenanigans were decent.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy, man.
But anyways, but that was the pre-show. Now for the main show.
Okay.
Now, what comes to how we get, because this is where it's where it really matters. How we get here, what comes to the build up, what they did here. So, maybe first talk about Kazuchika Okada for the defending AW Unified Championship against Swerve Strickland.
Mm-hmm.
And the build they did at first, where Okada is going to, he wants to fight Swerve because Swerve is responsible for the EVPs. The young Fox are no longer being EVPs, and
The
and now
cutscenes.
they're and now they're in the position of being jobbers. The whole thing they're doing with them, which is ridiculous. I really don't give a shit. Like I don't find any amusement of it, but people find it funny. I don't know why some people find it funny.
Because it's the almost getting humiliated. That's why.
Oh yeah, them growing a
I mean,
beard,
brings me.
don't grow, them growing a beard and all that, and dressing like founding fathers. Yeah, it's not enough, right?
Yep. Oh God, don't
Ah,
remind me of that
but
entrance. Oh Lord.
that was terrible. That was awful. But anyways, and, really, all they did, for Dynamite of the Golden Show is the real package of the of them going at each other and building it up, like it's supposed to mean something like a big deal and all that. But all we know is that when it comes to them confronting each other, they're just calling each other bitch.
Really? That's it?
Because remember when Swerve confronted Okada after that whole thing, because Okada had a problem with Swerve for what happened with the EVPs,
Right.
and then Swerve came out and confronted him and said, do something about it, bitch.
Okay.
And then obviously he didn't do anything about it because he's a heel, because heels don't do anything about it. They just leave and and whatever. A week later,
Yeah.
uh, I think it was a week later. I can't remember if it was not, but a week later, Okada gets back at them by saying bitch because it was on also on that where Swerve's main interview with Renee Burkett where Swerve is dealing with an injury. Now I don't know if it's legit. I don't know if this is part of the story. I don't know. Which is why we haven't seen Swerve wrestle that much. But basically, Okada came out, confronted him, and then he called him he said some things and everything, and he said bitch. And like, wow, what a bill for this match. We're two of the absolute best that because we're the best wrestlers, and this is the best they could give us. Two guys calling each other bitches.
Did he at least say, "I'm so sorry"?
No.
Did we at least get that? Oh, that's
Well, yeah, and it's
shut
all
up,
for
bitches.
yes, and it's all built up for for Okada to defend his unified championship. The AEW unified
Yeah,
championship.
unified championship.
Yeah, I gotta bring that back by the way because it's still a stupid name.
Yeah, come on. I mean, why? Why do you think it's stupid name? I mean, that's what it is. It's a unified championship. It's a unified two belts, so it makes sense.
God dang it, man! It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Come
Sickening.
on, come on,
That's what it is.
hey, come on, unity.
Oh, that bill. This bill this bill sucks. But the match will be good. I know it'll be good though.
Oh yeah, the match is gonna be great between those guys. Just sucks that they didn't really build up this. You know.
And best part of it, there'll be no one interfering in this match because they're going to do the cut the no rule,
Yeah, yeah.
which is odd because why was there why was that a comply when they first have Kenny Omega and Okada doing that at All In?
Because it was different. Smart. We decided, you know what? We'll let slide in all in. It's all in. It's the biggest. It's the biggest event of the year. They can go all out for this championship.
Yes, yeah. All right. Um, the other match I want to bring up um
Mm-hmm.
is the four-way match for the AEW TBS Championship that will Chase Monet with 8 belts. 8 belts.
CEO.
8 belts.
CEO.
Yes, 8 belts. Monet will defend against Alex
8 belts.
Windsor.
Okay.
Pro Stephanie from by way CMLL and
This is the cure. What?
Mexican chick from from CMLL, and
Mm-hmm.
Bozilla from Stardom. Now,
I don't know these chicks.
yes, now this build. Oh yeah, that's right. There was no belt other than Machine Monet and Alex Windsor.
That was enough. Wow.
And I don't remember if they mentioned Bozilla. I mean, they probably did mention her on Dynamite, but I don't remember any video packages of her though.
No vignettes, no, recaps of no, showing her career and stuff. Nothing.
No, I don't think she was even in the building, but Pro Stephanie was. And what they did with this whole thing with Mrs. Monet and Pro Stephanie? Pro Stephanie was part but they had the wrestlers sit and with the fans and all that like that you usually do with the wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so she stayed as a fan, and Mrs. Monet after she won her match with Athena for that that tag match was the main event of the show. I don't understand why. It wasn't even a great match to begin with, to be honest with you, but I digress. Um, but she's rubbing the Pro Stephanie's face. You're never gonna be this. You're never gonna be the champion. She's on you know putting it on her face. Pro Stephanie pushes her down. Mrs. Monet is is in belief, like, and that was it. That was the interaction there, and I'm like,
Wow.
and I'm like, and again, no Bozilla, and I'm like, yeah, they didn't give us any reason to care about this match at all.
Dude, freaking Mandy Rose versus Blair Davenport versus Mako had a better build in NXT Worlds Collide for the women's championship
I, d-
during this.
I do remember that. Yeah,
Yeah, geez, like
this was
it's like
terrible.
they weren't. It's like they weren't even trying.
No, they weren't. That's a problem. They weren't even trying.
They weren't even trying, bro. It's like hey, we're gonna have a Fatal 4 match. Mercedes and some other chicks, and we're gonna have Mercedes and one of the chicks like interact with each other, and then that's it. You know, like wow.
Yeah. Uh, and by the way, I should point out what comes to Swerve and Okada. Okada ain't losing the belt. By the way, he's winning. He's not gonna lose
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah. He just won it all in. Yeah, he's not losing it like anytime soon.
Not anytime soon. Now back to the TPS. Now, what comes to Michelle Bonet, I'm thinking that you know, that she's going to retain as well. But based on what they did on Dynamite, with Alex Windsor on losing the match because Athena got the win over her, I could see Alex Windsor getting the win, but obviously not being Michelle Monet. I think someone else will take the pinfall because they want to do whatever they can to protect Michelle Monet.
Mm-hmm.
But I could just be overlooking that, and Michelle Monet is still going to win either way and still carry on you know so many belts that she needs a wagon for.
Yeah. Didn't like Lance Storm say something about that? Mercedes, being a bill collector.
I think so because remember, Lance Storm used to be a belt collector as well. During his time.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think he had like, well, not all the WCW belts, but like he had like
Yeah.
WCW belts, and he turned to Canadian champion. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
yeah. At least that
Like
was something.
yeah.
I
It is.
mean, no,
If they made her, they made her actual gimmick.
yeah, and not only that, like she's going to like wrestling companies that people don't really watch or don't really care for. No
No,
offense.
exactly. Yeah. No. No. Obviously, no offense, but yeah. No one heard about it. No one cares, and no one cares. To be honest with you.
The only companies that people probably know of is really like maybe CMLL and isn't she a champion in Rep Pro? Does she have a championship there?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can really remember. Like the belts that she has. Other than that, the others just it's just it just feels like honestly, it just feels like she just got some replicas. Really, she just bought some replicas and say, "Hey, I'm a belt collector, yo."
And again, it doesn't really on that level when it comes to Ultimate Dragon, Lance Storm, and not even K Omega. When it comes to K Omega,
Bro,
um,
not even Kurt Angle when he was in TNA.
oh
Not
oh
even
yeah,
him.
yeah,
Hell, not
that's
even
true.
Matt Cardona.
Oh yes, Michael, yes.
Yeah, because at least Matt Cardona got some, most, some not some big belts, but like some, familiar belts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe that's why he's called the complete Matt Cardona.
yeah, exactly.
Pretty soon, I guess Machine Next going to be called that too. Eventually,
You're the complete CEO.
but yeah, um, we'll see how this turns out to be. But the build sucked. In fact, there was no build at all. None,
They didn't try.
zero.
They didn't try.
Didn't try at all. But anyways, um, then we get to the AEW TNT Championship. Kyle Fletcher defending it against Hiromu
Mhm.
Takahashi. And not really much of a belt with this one too, to be honest with you, unless they did a collision, which no one watches.
Oh, so it's gonna be like partner versus partner, basically, with this one. Mm.
So yeah, I don't. It it's disappointing. And on top of that, Hiromu Takahashi, um, he's not what he used to be. That I mean, I mean, he could still go, but Hiromu, the ticking time bomb, um, no one cares, obviously, which is a damn shame.
Mm.
And Kyle Fletcher ain't losing, by the way.
Oh no, he's not.
Yeah, so it's a New Japan guy, So no.
Come on, guys. This is a John Cena versus Randy Orton AEW. This is awesome. What's the next
uh,
match?
uh, another match. Um, Now they've been building this on Collision as well. When it comes to the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, Zack Sabre Jr. will defend against Nigel McGuinness, who won some match 4-way match he did with that involves Dan Garcia and whoever else that was in it. And obviously Nigel McGuinness won the match by beating I think Dan Garcia in the match, and then he asked Dan Garcia if he could be in his corner. And what I've heard from people, because again I watch Collision to know this, but when people for people that did watch Collision, they Danny Garcia looked frustrated that he didn't win, and when he was asked to be in his corner, when he faced Jack Sabre Jr. for the title, he agreed to be in his corner. So that could be something that he's gonna screw him over, or whatever. I don't know.
Mm.
Well, I guess we'll see. But the bill itself, eh. Again, well, unless you watch Collision, if you thought I was did enough to build this match up for anything, because you guys are from United Kingdom, and and all you care is to see them, glad because this is where the best wrestles,
Yep.
and that's all that there is. That's all that's again, unless it's been up to Jan Garcia turning on Nigel McGuinness, and he turns heel. Yeah, because that's gonna get his momentum back. That AW killed.
I think it was stupid.
Yeah, you go stupid. Oh man. So Zack Sabre Jr. is not gonna lose the belt either because Nigel McGuinness is a commentator. So
Yeah.
uh okay. now let's get to this match here, the tag team match with the reuniting of Adam Copeland. So I guess he's back to be Adam Copeland again.
That's for the
So I guess
best.
say he's not called Cope no more.
That's for the best.
Yeah, it is. But Adam Copeland and Christian Cage
Yep, that's a
versus
question.
yes against Killswitch and Kip Sabian. Now we'll get to more of it, and also they'll be coming by Mother Wayne, and we'll get to what happened
Mhm.
with Nick Wayne too as well. But um, the build for this now obviously it was supposed to be Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian, the matriarchy. That's the new name, the new name now. Since they kicked out Christian Cage,
Okay.
because before they were they were the, let's see, what was it again,
The, patri- the
the
patriarchy.
okay, yeah, the patriarchy, and now the matriarchy. So I'm assuming to fully become the matriarchy, they're gonna just um like they're from the Matrix, I guess. I don't
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna have a Keanu Reeves. Be the manager.
know. Oh man, but the build up they did here, it all started from All In. What happened with Christian Cage being turned on, you know, and then
Hmm.
Alan Copeland returning. Telling Christian Cage to go find himself, and
Yeah.
he went to go find himself, only to come back, to be the same, the usual asshole that he is, and he was taken
Yeah.
out. And yeah, he was taken out by the matriarchy afterwards. And then meanwhile, Alan Copeland was taking care of FTR and Stokely, and then when it
Hmm.
came, and then if Stu was taking care of them, had that match against Stokely, and then that's when we got you know Christian Cage coming out for the save for because FTR was gonna take was taking care of Alan Copeland, and then that's when the matriarchy came out, and that's when they hugged it out, which it was too soon to do that, by the way. I
Yeah. It was. Yeah, the build for this kind of felt rushed.
It felt
You know.
rushed. It was indeed felt rushed.
Yeah,
And
because it didn't give time to breathe really. And
no,
Christian's pretty much still the same Christian, like the same patriarchy, father figure Christian Cage. Like he
yeah.
didn't really go find himself.
hmm
So
and to be honest with you, they
I
kind of
mean,
did ask backwards too.
yeah, the build because I was looking forward to this. I was looking forward, to Edge Christian, reuniting.
Yeah,
But it's just the way like it just felt really rushed and uh
the
you
way
know
they did all they did it all wrong, and they didn't even bother milking it. They had no problem milking it. MJF joined the Hurt Syndicate, but when it came to this, they they were in a hurry to rush this reunite of Edge and Christian.
yeah, it just felt like we need a big tag team for Ben Door, so let's just and then we'll be good. Like
Yeah.
okay, even if you still wouldn't have this match, even if you still wouldn't have this match, you know
hmm
I would have I would have still like have Christian like still like not sure like pretty much still kind of still act like the same Christian, but then he'll slowly starts to find himself during the match, you know,
hmm hmm
and then that's when like you'll see Edge and Christian, finally reconnecting, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Something like that.
could
Yeah.
you could have still done the match, but you could have told a different story, a better story, but you just rushed it. Now they're all best friends now, and you know that's gonna be it. I don't know. It was definitely rushed. I was looking forward to this build up, and they rushed it. So, and I don't like that. Yeah,
And the thing with this too is Christian Cage will agree to team up with Alan Copeland, if he can help him out with his matriarchy problem, and then he'll help him with his FTR problem. So basically, it's the way they build it up is Yeah, even though it's not really gonna be the case because we're all just gonna lead to with Copen and Cage.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, basically how they build it up is it's gonna be like a temporary thing. But let's be honest, it's not gonna be a temporary thing. It's gonna be it's gonna be a long
No, yeah,
it's gonna be a long term thing un, until it runs its course.
yeah. Main thing, like I said, you could have used that to your advantage, like to tell a better story. Just take your time with it. You know, yeah, you could have had Christian have that same mindset. Oh, this team up is only temporary. We're not being a tag team again. It's just temporary. But then you could have Christian slowly becoming the Christian of old. Slowly but surely.
Hmm.
And then that's when you can have him finally you know embracing Edge, Adam Copeland, them actually starting to become friends again. You know, they could have really like slow cooked this, and they decided to like rush it. You know,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, and that's because once because once they go after FTR, I mean, what's the build up going to be? Besides, like, I mean, obviously, what FTR did to Adam Copeland, yeah, but what else are they going to do? So that's what I'm wondering.
Well, it
Yeah.
depends what happens. What comes to which we'll get to that later on with FTR. But
All right.
but what comes to what they did with them reuniting just to take care of their problems, of each other's problems they have with those teams. That's when we had the news of Cape Sabian and Mother Wayne, which by the way, Mother Wayne, she did it. It's been a while, but she did it. The whole you boo a mother.
Oh, she did it. Oh, she did it again, bro.
She did it again.
How dare you?
Then they have her cut those promos every time. It is hilarious.
It is funny, bro. How dare you boo a mother?
Not just you know a mother, but a mother to the prodigy Nick Wayne.
I was gonna say Roxanne Perez. Oh,
What's funny about why someone mentioned Roxanne Perez on one of the reviews.
oh wow.
I can't remember who it was, but I can't remember if it was from JD or but so then that's when we had Nick Wayne on the screen. And by the way, remind people of Nick Wayne, who is the Ring of Honor World Television Champion,
Oh, okay.
and he's injured with a I can't remember if it was a knee injury or a foot injury, whatever, which is why he won't be able to compete. But
Um,
that's why he's always one step ahead because that's when we had the return, which probably did a video of yo kill switch on the gurney,
yeah,
whatever, being had all those tubes on, whatever, and everything, and he rises up like he's Michael Myers.
yeah. He got injected with something.
Yes. So yes, he got he got Luchasaurus chant. Um, I think since him coming back and turning on Christian Cage, um, I think the name Kill Switch is um shouldn't be a thing anymore because
Yeah, it shouldn't be because that's what the name. That's what Christian called him. So he
yeah,
should go back to being called Luchasaurus.
yeah. And let's be
Yeah,
honest too, even when they did change his name to Kill Switch, there was really nothing different from him. He still looked like Luchasaurus because if it was up to me, you could decide to call him Kill Switch, I would have given him a new ring attire. Yo,
yeah. We're giving him like a new mask, new attire.
yeah.
Really sell that this isn't the same Luchasaurus. This isn't Luchasaurus anymore.
Hmm.
You know. But yeah, I mean, the only thing that changed was really his name. That's about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's good. It's definitely good to see Luchasaurus back. It's definitely been a while.
Yeah,
Um,
after that, whole thing where he was had his issue with his lungs, but it was pneumonia in his lungs. And
Yeah, yeah,
he could have died, you know.
yeah.
But
So it's a miracle that he's alive.
yeah, luckily you know, who he's married to, his wife found him, unconscious and all that. Um and
Oh,
he was taken care of. And, and there was no telling if he was going if he was going to be back to wrestle. It was that serious. Not be back to wrestle, but may not come back at all.
yeah, yeah. I remember that. Yeah. So thank God, like I said, it's a miracle that he's alive.
Yeah,
Still with us, and he's able to come back to wrestle. So that's good. That's
and,
good to see,
and,
man.
and he's still hell over.
Yeah, he's still over. Yeah, he got a big reaction when he came back. So that was
Hell
really
yeah,
good to see.
yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then obviously he laid out both Al Copeland and Christian Cage, and when that
Mm-hmm.
and when that usually happens before pay per view, that means they're there is a chance that they might lose, but
Yeah,
we shall see.
yeah, we'll see.
But again, if they do lose, Kip Sabian's taking the pin, not Luchasaurus.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah, I would definitely
Uh,
continue the feud between like Christian Cage and Luchasaurus, since obviously Christian Cage was really abusive towards him. You know.
mm-hmm. And when Nick Wayne comes back, from his injury, hopefully it's not too serious, which I'm pretty sure it's not. That way they won't have to do the interim, World Championship,
Oh Lord.
oh man, but but we'll see if it continues on, with that, because again, Chris Case, is only temporary, comes to it, like it's like very temporary, but but it was still great. It was still great to see if we could still had that the end game of this whole thing to finally end this whole thing with Christian Cage and the matriarchy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then we get to the three-way tag team elimination match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships,
Okay.
which is the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley
We.
and Shelton Benjamin. That's right, because they hurt people. We will hurt you.
Yep.
They'll face Bandino, which is Brody King, and Bandino. I mean Brodino, I
Mm-hmm.
meant to say Brodito, which is Brody King and Bandino, and FTR, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler. How we got here? Well, we did this tournament, where it pertains to who's going to be facing the Hurt Syndicate. Since there's, because the story here is that the Hurt Syndicate has beaten any tag teams that step up to them, and basically they're begging for anyone to you know
Pick a
to stop.
fight with us.
Basically, yeah. um, so that's what they said to this tournament, you know, and what comes to this tournament, what comes to who's gonna be, be the ones to face the Hurt Syndicate for the tag titles. They fucking couldn't decide who's gonna be the ones to face the Hurt Syndicate. So what they do, they decided to have this match, on Dynamite to go a 30-minute draw. Not only that, what comes to
Wow.
that, but how they did it is what pissed me off. And yes, it's a good reason why I'll be pissed off with this too, because FTR decided to get a table.
Oh boy, yeah, your favorite.
A table, which the time was running out around that time. Like I'm watching this, I'm like, I'm I, I'm flabbergasted.
FTR.
I'm
Ever
flabbergasted.
FTR. FTR, what are you doing?
I was flabbergasted. Like what? Like what are you doing?
Stop pulling Jimmy Uso.
This reminds me of when MJF was doing this with Anna Cole, and that way, and what happened with that one? It went to a time limit draw
Oh wow.
because they had to do a table spot. We can't have a great match with these guys while having a table spot.
And how ironic, members of the Pinnacle doing that.
Oh yeah. My God, man. And I was loving this match too. And obviously, I didn't know how this ended up being a draw until I saw. And I see, and I see why, because they wasted too much time getting that fucking table.
Yeah.
So
they really need that table, man. They need it.
And they did muse the table. And then what happened after the table was mused? About 2 seconds later, match over. And I like fuck this. I skipped the rest of it. Just give me to the next segment. I was pissed off. I was fucking pissed. Like, so this is their rational way to get this tournament wrapped up. So stupid. Yeah, I was mad. And on top of that, you got a makeshift tag team that's not really a team, to being a tag team. I don't understand at all. I don't understand this. Hey, but it's okay for to bash WWE when it comes to making makeshift tag teams, but when AEW does it, but it's okay.
Yeah, because it's for the sickos, man. It's for the sickos.
For the sickos, the sickening. But anyways, so yeah, here we are with this whole thing, and like, I hate this. Because why couldn't you just decide who? It's simple. Just have FTR win. Because that was the story. But no, because the Hurt Syndicate doesn't want to lose to FTR, I think, right?
Because we hurt people. We hurt people.
So what's going to happen here? What? I don't see Hurt Syndicate losing.
Nah. Yeah, I mean, I don't see them losing either. And like, I can't even see like FTR or Brodino like winning either. Like pinning each other. I can't see that either.
And that's what sucks. And that's what sucks about it too. Because if they don't win either, then this whole tournament they did was a waste of time.
Yeah, just you know what this kind of reminds me of? It kind of feels like they wanted to pull like when NXT like when Undisputed Era like ruined Roger Strong Pete Dunne versus AOP match, and then they turned into a triple threat.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, the way they did that, it made sense how they did that.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It made sense why they did that, especially when William Regal came out and he was angry about that and he made a triple threat. That made sense. The way that AEW did this, however, it didn't. At least if you would have had, at least if you would have done the same thing with Hurt Syndicate, having them attack the tag teams, making a double disqualification, then yeah, you can kind of get away with it. But no, we're gonna have a table spot, and then that's gonna cause a draw, and then yeah, we're gonna have both guys, fight for the title. It's gonna be took that much,
right?
Wow.
And the best part was when XC did that, they didn't use a table.
No, they didn't need to use a table. They just had Undisputed Era just attacking. That's it.
Oh my God, man. So yes, Tony Khan, he decided, well, we can't be, FTR, just, it was his idea from, to have Hurt Syndicate, face each other and all that, and Hurt Syndicate doesn't want to, according to reports, they don't want to lose to, FTR.
So so if that's the case, then yeah, Bandito's probably taking the pin then.
Because you can't. But that's a problem too, because it's elimination rules.
Oh, it's elimination rules. So it's like,
yeah, they decided to make it elimination rules.
Wow.
So yeah, we're in a tough predicament here now. So basically, we're gonna have Hurt Syndicate, bury both teams.
That or FTR eliminates Bandito, and then Hurt Syndicate eliminates, FTR. maybe something like that. But
yeah, that could be something like that too.
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, Tony Khan! I want to launch at you and strangle you myself. Oh my god,
I fear for my life.
Jesus Christ! You're the boss. You're the wherever you say goes. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what you did with Sting. When Sting wanted to lose to the Young Bucks, which good save there, Tony, for having Sting. You wanted to put Sting over for his last match because I'm glad it was done that way.
yeah. It's like,
And her seconds were just they just came in for they just got here. What who are they on the side? Oh, we should not lose to them.
well, I mean, they're legends, and also they're black. So I don't want to. If I do something, if I put my foot down, people want to say I'm racist. So,
Oh my god.
but yeah, I mean, yeah, Tony, you're the boss. Like they can't tell you who they want to lose to or not. They can't tell you that. You make the decisions. Like you're the boss. At the end of the day, they work for you. So you gotta put your foot down, man. It's like, hey, I don't know what beef y'all got with the FTR, but you do as I say. And if you're gonna lose FTR, you're gonna lose FTR. That's just how it is. But
May has more so to do with Dax. Keep tweeting to the marks.
maybe. But yeah, that's really a problem. With Tony Khan and AEW. Like Tony Khan doesn't act like a boss. He doesn't carry himself like a boss. So that's why wrestlers can make these demands, and Tony Khan will just be like, okay, all right, whatever you say.
None of this
You
for
know,
way.
yeah. I'll give you anything you want. You know, I'm all for diversity.
In 9 days. 9 days.
Yeah, Shane's not here. He should be there.
So yeah, Hersink is a part gonna retain, which is a problem too. Because if we're gonna eventually do Al Copeland and Christian Cage versus FTR, it would make sense for FTR to win the tag titles here. But I don't see that happening because they
Yeah,
stupidly decided have Bro Dilo in this one too. And
yeah,
then against the team, Bro Dilo and because of Bandito and Brody King, but it's not a real team. Come on.
yeah. And also, what was even the point of making this eliminator match? You could have just made it a regular triple threat. It could have been a regular triple threat tag team match, and Bandito could have taken the pin, and then FTR could have still looked strong.
Mm-hmm.
But now that you made it an eliminator match, now you just book yourself into a corner because we know that Hurt Syndicate ain't losing, especially since they said they don't want to lose to FTR. So we know they ain't most likely losing because Tony Khan doesn't carry himself as a boss. So he's going to give them what they want. So you booked yourself into a corner. I don't even know why you decided to make an elimination match. So I don't get it.
I don't get it either. But all right, we'll see what they do with this. But I still don't see FTR losing after this
Yeah,
poor decision making.
or Hurt Syndicate, losing. Yeah.
All right, now we got 3 more matches to talk about here, and I want to get this one out of the way right now, and that is the Lights Out Steel Cage match. How do we get here with this build up here? And what they did here totally makes no fucking sense. What they did here.
Oh boy.
So first, John Moxley talks about. Well, I'm sorry, Darby Allin. Well, he didn't really say it. He just basically wrote on a paper. When it comes to kidnapping, Mister, I'm no one's pawn.
Shut up. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but probably he's not in the match though. But that's not gonna stop him from getting involved. But we'll get to that. But um, but Darby Allin, basically I have a note for John Moxley says that Forbidden Door. basically challenging him to a one-on-one match, which Moxley refused. So, and then we got to get to, and then we got to talk about Will Ospreay here. Will Ospreay, who, well, for the last 10 months since September, or it could have been October, either way, but has been dealing with a neck issue. They need surgery, by the way, but
Yeah.
but he's holding off the surgery just to do this one match because it's going to be Forbidden Door in London because he's from London, so that's why
Right.
he's going to be involved in this match, and it was a match that he made too, by the way, a lights out steel cage match. When he said that, like, what the fuck is a lights out steel cage? Like, what is that supposed to be? What is that their own Hell in a Cell?
Didn't like didn't Hangman and Swerve have a lights out steel cage match like an All Out?
Let me
I
double
think
check that.
I think that was that match, a lights out steel cage match, because that's when they had like the cinder blocks and the syringe.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they had the weapons in that match.
Yeah, maybe look up if that was from last year, which obviously it was from last year, but
Yeah,
if it was call or last steel cage.
I think it was.
Yep,
I could be wrong, but
yep, it was last steel cage.
yeah. See, so yes, I guess they're doing it again, but this time
So
for Rendon.
for Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
So basically, we're gonna do a lights out steel cage match with 10 wrestlers in there.
Jesus Christ.
10 wrestlers. And we'll get to who is, but still.
What is this freaking lockdown? This sounds more like they make their own lockdown. Really?
Yeah, that's like it better be a big cage. I mean a big ring, I should say. To do this whole thing.
I mean, it's probably gonna be the same place that we see for AEW, most likely. Um, but yeah, because honestly, I mean, I'm thinking to myself, why can't this just be blood and guts? Really?
Yes.
Yeah, because now it looks like AEW's version of TNA Lockdown. For
Without the roof, by the way.
I mean,
Remember,
which yes,
TNA Lockdown
good.
used to have a roof.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it would have a roof sometimes. Yeah. So, but yeah, but that's crazy. It's gonna be a 10-man, tag team lights out steel cage match.
Now I could see it be working. Now I wonder too how this is going to work. Is it really going to be like a war games type of rules type of thing?
Yeah, it makes me wonder because it makes me wonder how they're gonna do it because you can't. It can't be like everyone at once coming to the ring and then they start fighting because
Yeah.
it's gonna be hard to kind of focus. It's hard, to pay, because there's gonna be a lot going on already. So I don't know.
I don't know either. But basically, when Will Ospreay announced that, because he saved Darby Allin from getting beat up by Death Riders.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when Will Ospreay said, you get your guys, and I'll get my friends, whatever, and we'll have this match, right? And then and on I believe on the same night, which John Moxley, went to the Jobbers locker room, by the way. I had to point that out because it makes sense of what or based on what comes to Matt and Nick Jackson, because now they've been treated like jobbers after they lost the EVP titles. Like, again, what comes to the story that they're doing with them, like, so because they lost the EVP titles, now they look like as jobbers, even though they're on one of the most recognized and everyone's words, great tag team of this generation.
Yeah.
For guys that that got over because of Bullet Club and all that, and then the elite stuff, wherever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Now all of a sudden they're looked at as jobbers, where they lost the entrances, lost the pyros, they lost the money stuff, whatever. They lost everything. They can't even be announced. Like this is so stupid. And now they're in the jobbers locker room.
Bro, I can't believe it just took me this long to realize. Bro, they're basically doing the bum ass broke Baron Corbin storyline.
But that's basically what they're doing. Yeah.
That's basically what they're doing.
Except they obviously these guys are not broke, but still.
But yeah, but it's basically similar. Like it's
Yeah.
similar in a way.
Similar in a way,
You
yeah.
know, the young brokes. There you go.
And, oh, the young brokes. Yeah. And I'm sorry, um even if that's what they're doing with that, Baron Corbin made the whole Bum Ass Corbin thing entertaining. This is not entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's stupid. It's not really doing anything. It's not really it's not really popping as the door would be when it comes to your crowd reactions.
Yeah, at least like when Baron Corbin, when he was like struggling financially, at least it was getting reaction from the crowd. You know,
And then
it
this
was
man,
doing.
and then when this man saw that, like he's got to kill it. And
Yep.
how he did it, Baron Corbin won some game from Caesar's
Yeah,
Palace.
yeah, because that's when SummerSlam was in Las Vegas, and
Uh,
obviously Las Vegas casinos. So, and he won a lot of money. So
yep.
that's why we got Happy Corbin.
He ruined some that people were actually entertained by Baron Corbin, and then he decided to kill it.
Yeah, yeah. Now we're gonna have the Happy Bucks. Oh boy.
Oh, the Happy Bucks. Oh man. So basically, so that's basically what they're doing with them. I'm not into it. Um,
Come on, they're
um,
getting humiliated. I thought this is what you wanted.
I mean, obviously as well. The whole EVP thing was stupid too. Well, how they were doing as well. With Tony Khan, it's just it's powerless to do anything about it. But then again, he's always he's powerless of doing anything nowadays as a boss.
Yeah, because he's not acting like a boss. He's basically just there to give them their paycheck, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And that's about it. So, yeah.
But yeah. So the Death Riders went up to the Young Bucks backstage at the time, in your locker room, and that was it. That was all we saw of it. And then later on, they did a video, not video, a graphic, I should say, of who could be in it. And like, but wait, we didn't hear them say, we didn't hear from after that. No promo from them. But I guess because they're jobbers, they can't do cut promos either, right?
Yep.
But basically, they agree, behind closed doors we couldn't see or know anything about it. They agree to be with the Death Riders. And Gatekeeper as well is with them, even though Gatekeeper is dealing with an injury right now. Just like Will Ospreay is dealing with an injury right now, and hell, if all we know, Darby Allin's could be dealing with an injury as well. But
Yeah.
but you got those guys, in the match, the Death Riders, which is going to feature Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, the Young Bucks, and Gabe Kidd. The same Jon Moxley said he didn't want to face Darby Allin, but he's still going to face Darby Allin with multi other wrestlers in the match. Yeah,
Yeah, I have
that
no
makes
choice.
sense. Yeah, makes sense. Tell me that makes sense. Well, tell me it makes sense.
It makes sense, Mark. You don't know anything about nutrition. What?
Now, let's get to the Bayface's side now, because it was Will Ospreay who made the match, and it was him and Darby Allin. They lay out the challenge, and we was wondering, so who's gonna be the other three? So you would think, after having Samoa Joe from All In because of the Death Riders, that would be the option in this match, right? Instead of having them be in the fucking pre-show.
I think it's great.
But instead, who is it? Who's in it? Mr. I can barely walk. Hiroshi Tanahashi. And then there's no word, no promos, whatever. What comes to the Golden Lovers Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, the same Kota Ibushi who when you first heard about this news, like I
Oh
wasn't
yeah.
told I wasn't told it could be in this match. No
Oh
communication
yeah.
whatsoever.
Actually, smart. That was work. That was work smart.
Wow. I'm like, what the hell? Like, yo, how incompetent as a boss you could be if you don't even talk to your wrestlers first before putting him in the match without knowing that he's gonna be part of a match. Hell, who know he not be able to make it. I'm not saying he ain't going to, but can you what is this?
It's awesome, Robert.
And Kenny Omega, one of your biggest stars in AEW. This is how you announce him to be in the match. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know about it either until he heard about it.
Bro, it just feels like they just like again, like I said, they didn't even try. It's like, hey, we need some big stars. We need a big match. So, hey, Kenny, Coda, we're gonna have you in. It's like I didn't know it was me adding in. Well, you are. So get over here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But I realized this. I forgot to switch it from private to public. So I'll air this later on before
Um,
yeah, 'cause I didn't realize I still have it on private. But
Botchamania. Well,
yeah, Botchamania, there you go. Timestamp of 100, yeah, 1 hour 31 and whatever it was. But
yeah.
um but yeah, but what comes to this, like again, I can't make he's doing enough as it is. What comes to not wrestling that much because of his diverticulitis
Yeah.
and all banged up in a way. Not saying he's like Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Hiroshi Tanahashi, the ace, who's yo, if you saw on Dynamite, I mean, I don't want to make fun of him though, but it was sad seeing him, in the state he was in. He was trying to run,
Oh
because
no.
to make a save, and he gets in the ring, and I'm like, oh my god, like I feel bad for him, man. Like I know, he wants to do his world tour, his summer world tour and all, but holy shit, man, he can barely move, and based on how he's wrestling in the ring, he could barely do the things he used to do anymore. And it was so painful to see that the wrestlers had to slow down just to for the take his move. It was so bad.
That's crazy, man.
It's really sad to see him in this state, man. But that's why he's retiring. That's why he wants to do it until we get to Wrestle Kingdom. Uh and he's gonna be in the last out steel cage match. Like, why would you put him in that type of match? Are you trying to end his career early?
Yeah, I mean, no.
Yeah, what on him to retire in AEW, not New Japan.
I wouldn't be surprised with Return of Kind. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh my god, man! And don't expect to see Hiroshi Tanahashi do a high fly flow off the steel cage, especially on how he's wrestling right now. He all with his knees being shot and everything. Come on, who thought that was a good idea to put him in this type of match? I would rather see him in the match with someone else, a 1-on-1 match.
I think it's great.
Or Bell, yeah, you'll have him face Zack Sabre Jr. I don't know. Then again, he probably will put himself over being the champion, since he's the president.
Yep.
The Japanese Hulk Hogan.
Oh boy.
Well, in a way, he is actually Japanese Hulk Hogan, based on how he, you know, is a big star there and everyone loves him, and
Yeah.
kind of like when he does after his matches, he gives the fans what they deserve, like Hogan does, with cupping the ear and doing the poses. So,
Mm-hmm.
for Hiroshi, it's all about playing the air guitar.
You copy Hogan well.
Yep, I'm pretty sure that's what. No, it's more of he was influenced. But
No, no, he's not.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's the match. It's gonna be the lights out. Because again, it's still having the opposite in there. Because that that would make more sense for the opposite to be in the match. But that's not what we're getting. Because it was Claudio who took out Samoa Joe, and here we are Claudio in the match that's gonna be involving also who took out Will Ospreay as well, and he's trying to do the same thing with Darby Allin. Um, so the opposite's not gonna be involved here, but they're involved against a dead faction that's been cooled down in Bullet Club War Dogs.
Yay.
Jesus. But
Yeah,
anyways,
we're just a hater. You hate everything.
yeah. I hate for the sake of hating. By the way, I'm surprised if you haven't seen Carl Frederick. Um, is it Carl Frederick? Basically, the former what was his name again? The one with the the, the Native American who stayed in the Kokai.
Oh, Eddie Thorpe.
Yes, that was his name, A Thorpe or A Dork. Oh man. I'm surprised he hasn't come back to New Japan yet. To be part of this faction. That's my prediction. Because if he had he not left New Japan to go to WE, he probably would have been one of those new members to be part of Bullet Club.
I think it's great.
But no, he decided to go to WE and become a dork and become less over than he ever was.
He was over. Well,
Well, actually, um, he was actually over in New Japan, but then again, it's New Japan. Anyone could go over, even evil. At one point got over.
yeah. I
Hell,
hate you, evil. I hate you.
hell, you get trashed by elegance over with these New Japan fans, and but this doesn't change the fact that she will never be over in American soil.
I think it's great. You're just a hater.
Oh man. But anyways, all right. Then we get the other two matches here. Timeless Tony Storm defending her AEW Women's World Championship against Athena, who is cashing in her casino, gauntlet contract, but she got to sign it first. Once we get to the pay per view. Um, the build up they did here has been decent. Um, you know, you have Athena who's still the Ring of Women's World Champion. The preferred champion. So yeah, this has been a very decent build up between these two. Um, better build than Okada and Swerve.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, um, I think they did a tremendous job here with building this up. We all know what's going to be the end game here. Since Athena got the win on Dynamite, which when it comes to that, that means she's definitely winning the match. But we'll see what they do with this. I'm expecting this match to be a banger of a match.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's crazy. I mean, they have a lot of history. Not just in AEW, but obviously NXT. I still remember when Tony actually turned heel on Ember Moon. For the build up of War Game.
Mm-hmm. It would be fun. It would be nice if they would have mentioned that part of the build up. Not
Yeah, it
not
would
saying
have been cool,
not saying mention it. Comes to the name of NXT or whatever. But yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah.
kind of what did someone did miss that was it Alan Cole and MJF?
What?
The whole thing what MJF said to Alan Cole, once they bring what's so special about me? They ring the bell. It's not that.
Yeah, I think so.
Because it was something that Alan Cole which ironically to kill Cross, Karen Cross at the time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that promo. Yeah.
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 But Yeah, so it could have something to play it up with that whole thing.
Yeah,
So
I mean, yeah, you could add a thing and say, you turn your back on me once, you know, you're not to be trusted.
hmm so obviously we all times Storm ain't gonna lose here,
No,
which sucks too, by the way. Because that's the case, what's gonna happen with Athena if she doesn't win? Is she back to Ring of Honor she goes, which is stupid. If that's ends up being the case,
yeah,
because here we have Athena finally showing up this year. Took them fucking long enough. What, 2 years? And almost gonna be 3 years.
what's wrong with that? What?
Yeah, because it's fine with every other Ring of Honor champions to show up on AEW, but for whatever reason, Athena was the only one that hasn't done that. Even if
Oh,
you're not even if you're not a champion in Ring of Honor, you still have some people that are from Ring of Honor showing up on AEW, and Athena has yet to do so. That I know I'm not, and the pre-show don't count if everyone's going to be bringing that shit up.
I think it's great.
I mean, I'm not saying she never show up that much, because I remember she did show up at a Collision because of I'm not talking about this year's tournament, but last year's tournament, or the Owen Hart tournament, I think it was. But I digress. All right, and finally, the main event, or at least we think it's gonna be the main event, because the lights out steel cage might be the main event, but we'll see. But
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be for the AEW World Championship. That the Hangman and the Page will defend it against MJF. Now, remember I mentioned that they decided to have this match to be no countouts. I mean, what I meant to say was, this could be with Adam Page. If he gets himself counted out or disqualified, he will lose the belt.
I think it's great.
When and I tuned in Dynamite to see how we got there. Well, how we got there was stupid. How they did it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it was cover MJ's part, but what they attempted to do was stupid. That's what basically was saying. What was trying to say for there. But before we get to that part, so the build up here, the build up has been decent. Or what they did here,
Yeah.
because obviously these guys have history. In fact, they were when it comes to when AEW first started, Double Nothing. These guys were involved in the first ever AEW match. It was a
Yeah.
battle royal,
Mm-hmm. I
and then
remember that.
yeah, and then they had one match at one point, um, which was on I believe it was on Dynamite, if I recall, and then had a one-on-one match, which I believe was this year, right? It was somewhere from Revolution, maybe I think it was,
Yeah, I think so.
and it's surprising, we all thought it was just going to win here, but surprisingly it was the Hammer and the Page winning,
Yeah.
and it was a good match too, by the way.
Yes, it was.
And here we are, Hangman is the champion after the reign of terror of the Friars, being the champion for that briefcase, the whole briefcase stuff, whatever. And then MJF ends up winning the gauntlet from All In, which how he got the contract in the first place. And and then start going back and forth, that where Hangman's telling MJF, if you want to get a shot at the title, you got to earn it and not cash it, or by cashing in. You know,
Yeah.
so MJF did earn it, but the way he earned it is by cheating, by being Mark Briscoe, because obviously he didn't cheat during the match. He cheated after the match, because after Bryce Rensburg counted to three, not realizing that Mark Briscoe's leg was on the rope. MJF sees that. He's like, you know what, make it off, and that's how he did not really earn it, the right way that that Heyman wanted him to earn it. He took the shortcut, which that's always been MJF's thing. So, but either way, so they have that promo, which they're going back and forth in a way, and then Hangman mentions to him, you have to earn it or you cash in with your contract. And he's basically saying, you're scheduled on cashing your contract. He's basically egging him on to cash in the contract. And I said to myself, I thought he's gonna mention the whole thing where you didn't really earn it, by being Mark Briscoe because you decided on take the shortcut. You decided to get his foot off the rope while referee wasn't looking. You know, none of that was mentioned. That was a fail. That was a fail part of it because if that was going to be if that was going to be the story of how they, how they're going to come back from this with MJF, doing that to Mark Briscoe, and then Heyman's going to bring that, it's going to you know, come out on that one. It would have been something, but that was not the case at all. They didn't call it up at all. So like, what was the point of doing that spot anyways? If that was gonna be part of the story, because again, MJ has to earn it, and the way he earned it, he didn't really earn it by winning fair and square. He cheated. He cheated. So we get to a part where Hangman is egging on MJF, and MJF decided because Heyman got to him, so he decided he decided to cash in. He's cashing in on on his shot, but he's got to sign it first, obviously. So we get to this part of Dynamite where MJF went up to Rico bitch, Rico shit, Rico trash.
Ricochet.
Yes, and also guess what I can do with there as well. Just basically you don't like Mark Briscoe, I don't like Mark Briscoe, so let's take care of him. And then Ricochet.
Yeah, I saw that segment. Yeah.
Yes. So Ricochet was like, he just really want to help MJ. In a way, he didn't want to help MJF, but they do share a common goal of not liking Mark Briscoe. So he's like taking an offer of his. So we get to the part where they're going to do a face to face with Heyman and MJF before we get to pay per view. And basically, I think it was supposed to be like a face to face. Unless I'll think about something else. I think it was about Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley. But either way, but basically, Heyman's going to clear promo, right? So that's when Tony Schiavone, was being talked in his headset about something was going on backstage, and then that's when MJF had Mark Briscoe tied up with the help of Ricochet and the Gates of Agony. The Gates of Agony. Basically Mark Briscoe's tied up and all that, right? And MJF basically is giving Heyman the ultimatum. He's basically asking 3 real questions for him. One, to make this no countouts. I mean, one is to what comes to losing your title by countout. 2, you can lose your title by disqualification. And 3, he doesn't have to cash in on his contract to get a shot at this title. And if Heyman doesn't agree to this, and this is where they went, to me, went stupid with this. MJF was attempting to burn Mark Briscoe by pouring gasoline on him.
Yeah, he was attempting to commit murder on live television to burn Mark Briscoe alive.
I mean, here you have Mark Briscoe, who was looking for MJF on that night. By the way, he was looking to he was looking to kill MJF. Basically, he was going to attempt to attempt murder on MJF as well. And they had MJF who almost committed murder.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this, I'm like, I remember we did this before, by the way, when it comes to Hangman and MJF doing a build up for that pay per view. Yo,
Mhm.
and yo, say um, I can't remember. It was MJ who tried to do that to yeah, it was MJ tried to do that to Hangman doing that build up, and I thought that at that time it was stupid what they were trying to do there. And here we are again with this bullshit again.
I think it was great, bro. Man, you didn't say anything about Hangman burning Swerve's house. What's the difference? Well,
Oh wow, yo, burn the house down.
whose house? What house?
Yeah, what house? It's been turned to ashes, dust to dust.
Yep.
And remember, Hangman said you deserved it, and Swerve said I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we're in the locker room. Yeah, talking.
Yep. But so yeah, so obviously, Hangman agreed to it. He said fine, fine. So that means MJF does have to cash in to get a shot. And then Hangman went to to seek for MJF instead of seeking for Mark Briscoe. Instead of seeking for for either he saw Ricochet talking to some security whatever. He had a steel chair and he's Ricochet, and Ricochet got hit with a chair. And after that, he was begging, and crying. Rico cry came back. By the way, basically, looking for where's MJF? Where's MJF? Like, well, fuck MJF. What about Mark Briscoe? He's the one. He was the one who got tied up. And then he pushed one of the securities, Hangman, and then they get to Anarchy. I mean, they get to Agony, I should say. Uh, they came too late because they saw Ricochet all down, and they were upset they couldn't get to Hangman, whatever. Which I'm pretty sure that was part of MJF's deal as well. They help help them with the Mark Briscoe problem, whatever. Um, yeah, yeah, this was stupid. This did the build what they did was fine until they started until they did this shit.
Come on, it adds stakes. It adds stakes to the match now.
Oh man, I mean, I didn't mind. Yeah, obviously, I didn't mind MJF, doing that. But the way they did it was stupid. The whole thing with trying to burn Mark Briscoe, set him on fire, like ridiculous, man.
What's wrong with that?
I'll tell you what's wrong with that. What's wrong with that is that it's Bush League. It's fucking garbage. And I know people say, "Oh, you was fine with Kane doing that." That's because that's his character. What's this guy do with MJF? Burn people on. Why? Because because and his MJF logic here. Oh, Heyman does it. He's a hero. I do it. I'm a villain.
Well, I mean, Hangman burned down a house. I mean, granted, that's still kind of messed up, but you're trying to commit murder, bro. It's not really the same thing.
So yeah, even though I'm still looking forward to the match, but that was so unnecessary.
Yeah, that was pretty wild, bro.
So yeah, so MJF doesn't have to cash in. Um, so but what happens if he loses? MJF.
Yeah, it makes me wonder.
Because I
If he loses.
don't think Heyman's losing. I think he's still retaining.
No, he's still retaining. I mean, he just won the title, so he's still retaining.
Yeah. So
It
MJF.
makes me wonder.
Yeah.
Like, what are they gonna do?
My guess, MJF will hold off his contract to later on in the year. Of this year, I should say. Maybe at World's End, he could cash in and become the
That
champion
would,
going to 2026.
that would be a perfect opportunity to cash in, in the World's End.
That's right.
That would be good.
But we'll see what they do with that if that's has been the case. So, and I want Hangman to have a reign going up to World's End. So if that's in the big case, then we'll look it to there, and have MJF do some other things along the way. Yeah, because he's still gonna have that rivalry with Mark Briscoe. You know that's a rivalry that's never gonna end until it runs its course.
Yeah.
And there you go. And that's how we got here, folks. When it comes to Forbidden Door. And I apologize for for not putting it public, but folks, when you get a chance to go to this part, that's how we got to Forbidden Door with some of the build-ups. Some has been lackluster, some had been decent. But at the same time, when it comes to any excitement going into Forbidden Door, not much going on, to be honest.
Not really. Some of the build-ups have been either non-existent or really unnecessary.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what's not been lackluster. Even though I don't watch weekly. NXT Heatwave,
Yep.
and they only have 6 matches.
Now let's add 7 more. What?
Oh wow! And just to remind people, the 6 matches so far are Jordan Grace versus Blake Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
You got Hank and Tank defending the NXT Tag Championship against 2 members of Dark State, which by the way they have more credibilities than House of Torture.
Wow.
And this is a group I don't care about that much either. But at least they're not insulting like House of Torture.
Oh yeah, no, not at all.
We got JC Jane in a 3-way triple threat, should say, for the TNA Knockouts World Championship against Monster Simovic and Trash by Elegance.
Mm-hmm.
And she was terrible by the way of on TNA Impact when it comes to the build up, the final meeting before these 3 face each other at Heatwave.
What do you expect?
My God, man, I can't stand her.
I hate you, Trash by Elegance. I hate you.
We have another 3-way triple threat here to determine number contender for the NXT Women's Championship against JC Jane whenever that happens, with Jada Parker, Kalani Jordan, and Lola Vice.
All right.
Mixed tag team match with Chelsea Green and Ethan Page, with the Secret Harvest versus Tyra Tyra May Steele and Tavon Heights. I think that's his
Yeah.
name, right?
Tavion Heights.
Okay, Tavion Heights. Tavion
Yeah.
Heights.
Mm-hmm.
And the main event will be the NXT Championship of a family defending against your boys Bouncy Javon Evans. And those are your matches for NXT Heatwave. Which, by the way, even though it's supposed to be NXT, but um they've been doing it for a while, but they're just not calling it WWE. Event. When it comes to NXT PLE events now. I guess how they when it comes to we get into the show itself. And now NXT presents WWE Heatwave. I'm assuming that's how they do it. But before they start talking about this is sponsored by you know Slim Jim, whatever in Prime. But there you go. So that's what happened, by the way, folks. For later on tonight, or
Mm-hmm.
later on, yeah, later on afternoon, I should say, what comes to Forbidden Door, and then for later on tonight, Heatwave for WWE NXT.
Yep.
So as far as what's going to be the better show, well, it depends. Let's see what they do with Forbidden Door, which I had no faith with Forbidden Door at all. How they gonna pull this off. Some matches are decent, but some matches Butch League and whatever what have you and all. But I see NXT when it comes to WWE Heatwave based on the card here. It's it's looking more promising than Forbidden Door, to be honest with you. So there you go. And fuck Triple H.
Wow. You just had to get that out there.
Oh man. Now I will talk about SmackDown, but I didn't see SmackDown. But I know John Cena showed up though. Um, so
Yeah, he was there and he roasted Logan Paul, which was great.
okay. So I'm gonna
And
check it out.
and he said something that I really enjoyed. I was like, yes, finally someone who said it out loud.
Oh boy. They said the wrong Paul came, got hired.
No, he didn't say that. No.
They take that.
No,
Oh man. Either way, I rather WWE not hire, but then again they got long Paul there, so
yeah, you got the lesser two evils of the Pauls.
my God, man. But all right, I'm gonna check out and see what Cena said about Logan Paul. Um,
Uh,
but yeah, other than that, yeah, I think that will do for now. Unfortunately, there was no Omega Red and no one else showed up, so we'll see what happens on Monday. What comes to BTA, if we do a show on Monday, we shall see. Um, hopefully, well, if we do, we could start with some fun topics. And folks, once again, I do apologize. When it comes to you know not making this public, I forgot to switch it from private to public. That's my fault. That's my bad. I can't promise that won't happen. That won't happen again. I remember I was doing so well. When it comes to when we do a show as a schedule, I put it on private, and because I want to guarantee anyone we're going to do a show on that date or whatever. So I have to keep it on private. And when it comes to us doing a show, I do switch it sometimes. But during this time around, I didn't get a chance to do that. So that's my fault. So there you go. But folks, that being said, I'll still give some shout outs to um you know to the moderators of Tokyo and Juggalo Gamer 85, because I know I'm pretty sure one of them will probably will show up on in the live chat when I set this up to be premiere live, premiere, as I set up to premiere, I should say. um so so my plan is to have it up up on in the morning of 11 a.m. for my timestamp. So and obviously this ain't live for me to talk about this, but by the time you get to this part, you understand yo why it was in the morning when it comes to it. So, but folks, that being said, thank you all for watching. Um, which I'm pretty sure will be. But thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll be in the sound episode 241. And for the True Jaber, it's Natural Born Killer saying peace on the streets to all be well. Stay safe. Take care of yourself up everything that's going on in the world. But I am out here as habitual and Abdu. Tata for now. So folks, enjoy AEW Forbidden Door. Enjoy NXT Heat Wave, and we'll talk about that maybe on the Monday, or we'll talk about that maybe either on Wednesday or either way, we'll find out what we could do during that week. Hell, I'm trying to do on Thursday if we can. But Wednesday, it will definitely be a guarantee. If not, maybe something else we'll do as well. But we shall see. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. God bless. Take care. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your afternoons. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. And you all take care. Before I go, one more time. Well, a few more. I should say two more times. When it comes to ending the stream, you know, from of war, of paying respects to the immortal Hulk Hogan. Take care.